How's it going, everybody? Today it's Mr. Angry Eyes bringing you an unboxing of the Mr. Miyagi clothing NECA figure. It's going to come with the two chopsticks and the bonsai tree. So, gotta look at the front of the box real quick. Pretty cool classic packaging by NECA again. Now, I mentioned in the Alien review that I did for the quarter scale Big Chap how they changed the logo to make it look kind of like Kenner. That's how this one's a little bit different. I'm not quite familiar with what brand that is. It might be Mattel or something. I'm not sure. But if you are familiar with it, let me know down below in the comments. I think that's probably like, no, I don't think it's Hasbro, but it's one of, like, you could tell it's not the traditional NECA logo. So we'll take a look at the back, and I'll give you a second to pause it as soon as it loads up. Actually, I'll get you. There you go. So there is actually another figure that released, and it is Johnny's coach, the coach of the Cobra Kais. He was a San Diego Con exclusive. If I can get my hands on him, I'll do a video on him too. Other side is pretty similar. Mr. Miyagi includes chopsticks and bonsai tree. Cool. And this one looks like we will be able to open it from the bottom. So there's an actual NECA logo right there. So you can kind of see what I'm talking about if you don't already know or familiar with NECA. And they kind of switch it up to make it look a little more old school. Also, what I wanted to start doing is I wanted to give you a second, give some credit to the sculptors, the painters, everybody like that. So behind them you can see I got the let's focus. There we go. So behind them I got the Cobra Kai number 1, the 1 in 25 variant. It's a pretty cool cover. I just had to have it. I'm a big fan of the Karate Kid. I always have been. I like doing martial arts myself. So for me, I like Johnny better than Daniel-san. And I kind of have him posed up with the tech deck board and a weapon from Dead Rising 3. Just kind of some goofy stuff. That's what I was talking about with the Bob Ross, how I'll make him do funny stuff like that with my figures sometimes. Pop out the bonsai tree and check that out. Bring it right up and try and get it to focus. So really cool detail on that bonsai tree. I'm trying to get it to focus a little bit better, but it looks nice, like the dirt on there. I've seen people using these with the turtles, where like they've made pictures of, say, Mr. Miyagi trimming the bonsai trees with the turtles from NECA. Those come out pretty cool, damn it. Dang it, Dale. So there's a bonsai tree. Son of a bitch. You got tape over the chopsticks. And I found Johnny's cassette tape yesterday, actually. I think I have it right here. Because the Johnny figure only came with one accessory, and that was his cassette tape with the headphones attached. So we got the two chopsticks right here. They come already posed. No fly. Does not include a fly. But as you know, if you saw the movie, he's not the one that catches the fly. Alright, so with that, we'll pop out Mr. Miyagi over here. He's got they're not using zip ties on these, or the twist ties even. It's more like a little rubber band, so if you got a pretty good knife, it's pretty easy to just slide in there without hitting his toes and cut that thing right off. Now oh, he's got two. I didn't see that there was one around his waistline. One of the things I noticed though is the keys. While he was in the box, I was impressed with the keys, and they look really cool and really detailed. You could really tell those are keys right there. His belt looks nice. He's got all his buttons. I'm gonna cut that one out so we can get a look at him. And so this one actually doesn't come with any feet peg holes either. I know I mentioned that with the Bob Ross review I did for Gotham, that he did come with some. This one does not, however. So if you're kind of OCD or you don't like your stuff falling, NECA makes the dynamic fight stands, and that's what I have back here for Johnny. You can see how it kind of comes up and then over and grafts onto them. And there's actually another piece right here, so you can extend them out more if you want. I really didn't want to. I wanted it pretty close, so that way when he's posed like this, it's a little more hidden. Looks a little more like he's actually on that skateboard. It's actually lifted up. So, enough about Johnny. We'll get back to Mr. Miyagi over here. Check out the face. There we go. Now I like the gray in his hair. This looks nice. It looks a lot more natural and realistic compared to the Bob Ross that I recently got. You can really see the gray accents in his beard there, and then the darker shades. I don't talk too much about the articulation on these because I mean there's plenty of reviews about those, but if that's something you guys want to see me do more, just let me know. I'm still learning, so check out his shoes. The cloth feels really nice. It feels like a nice canvas material. His little uniform he wears here. So for him, I think I'm gonna probably pose him like the movie, assaulting the shit out of Johnny. So we'll see if we can get him to make some sort of karate stance. His joints are really stiff in his elbow. I'd be careful with those. You might want to heat those up or just work them. Always be careful when you got new figures, because the paint, as I mentioned, so that's one thing you can keep in mind. If they got a really good paint job like that and it looks like they went heavy on the paint, kind of be wary of the joints because chances are there's going to be a lot of paint. You may have to work them a little bit. See how this arm is really stiff right here. This one's starting to get a little bit more movement. And I do remember I had to do that with Johnny. I opened him up right there in the shop. That's why I never made a video on him. As soon as the shipment came in for that one, I picked up mine. And yeah, I was already having fun with it as soon as I got it. Funny story about it is I bought one. I opened it up, like I said, right there in the shop. And he had 2 left feet. So sometimes things like that happen. He had 2 left feet. My shop was real cool about it. They got it taken care of and swapped it out for me. So as you can see, he's got right and left foot. So I'm gonna have to work this guy a little bit later. I'm gonna have to do maybe some blow dry or something to be safe. So I really don't want to damage this figure. But this is kind of what I was talking about, how it's kind of harder to stand these guys up without the peg holes in their feet. You gotta really find that balance. Right now it's more like he's this is more like that scene where he's drunk and Daniel comes in, finds him all drunk, just like wobbling. His feet are kind of like his toes are kind of bent up too, and that's making it real hard. Let me see if I can zoom in. So you can kind of see a little bit right there. I'm holding it as best as I could flat. His toes really point up for some reason. Other than that, I'm really liking the detail on it. We'll put the chopsticks in real quick, see how those look. those actually set real nice. I like the way those chopsticks set in. That's pretty cool. But yeah, this has been a review from Mr. Angry Eyes for you guys. Unboxing as well. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else I missed or anything else you guys want to see in my further reviews. But yeah.